friends. A big howdy do to our subscribers.
Oh.
And to the people who don't subscribe. I got a big howdy don't for you.
Howdy don't to you, non-subscriber. Just trolling our page.
Do we invite this behavior by making fun of everybody? Do we invite the behavior that we?
It feels like when you're
hate?
critical, it invites criticism. What?
No. That's not how it should be. I saw so many posts of men hating the fact that Joe Biden wants to go by Dr. Joe Biden because they believe that anybody who isn't a physical doctor, like performing on patients, should never call themselves a doctor. It's like, that's a big giveaway that you've never lived around smart people, because there are plenty of smart people that just... I had a teacher one time who went by Dr. Smocky, and she taught fifth grade math.
Well, I mean, there were a couple of douchebags in high school that went by doctor. But in college, 98% of them go by doctor. I mean, that most people most of your professors in college go by doctor. And I never expect, if I go in and I skin my knee on the way in, I don't expect them to know what to do. You know, they're not...
It kind of threw me for a loop. Whenever a professor would be like, I'm Mr. So-and-so, I was like, Mister?
You
You
uneducated swine.
Just Mister? Really?
That's a shame. You actually, by criticizing someone for wanting that, show the ignorance of thinking that, oh, my monkey, doctor, you must be medicine. Well, if say doctor, why no hospital?
We know this. We look at Fox News as one of the funniest websites ever. But
it's
Tucker
like the
Carlson, it's like the Onion. Tucker Carlson, who is one of their key leaders or whatever the hell, he went up there and said that the vaccine is a marketing campaign. He's saying that they're marketing around it because they're like showing celebrities or like doctors getting it, and it's like the media wants you to see that it's a plus, but they don't understand.
Whole point. Yes.
Yeah, and it's like, what?
Yes.
Vaccine? What are you?
They want people to feel comfortable taking it.
Why wouldn't they? It works.
Actually, and that is a marketing campaign. So yeah, it is a marketing campaign, so people feel comfortable taking it so we can fucking live.
So, I have my story, which is actually kind of disturbing, so...
It's disturbing. Let's get into it.
I have my story, and it's really freaking weird. Alright, a Wisconsin dentist was breaking teeth on purpose to make money from an insurance company for crowns on teeth and whatnot. So basically what happened was these people went in for a normal checkup. He fucked up their tooth and then said, oh my God, you're not going to believe this, but you need a crown. And they were like, what? I've never had issues. And they were like, no, see? Look at your tooth. And they were like, oh my God, I do need a crown. So then he went to the insurance company and was like, yeah, we need money. Like, all of these patients have broken teeth. And so then they, put crowns on these people, whatever. But then obviously somebody, I'm sure, noticed a pattern and said, we've never had a dentist with this many broken teeth in our...
Someone on his staff? Was there a whistleblower?
There might have been. I'm not sure.
So,
I did read the whole article, but that was not included.
There was some dental hygienist that was just like recording. Here's the thing, is anytime you get put to sleep for any procedure, you assume they're going to diddle you. There's a voice in the back of your head that's like, they're going to diddle me. I've never had a kind dentist. You know what? All my experience as a dentist is the 6-month cleanings. They come in. First of all, the hygienist is a peach. She does all the work for you. She puts the TV on the channel that you like. And then the dentist literally runs in, doesn't even make eye contact with you, and goes, all right, floss, bitch. And then heads out. That's it.
When he got caught, 20 years in prison, $250,000 bond.
20 years?
20 years for breaking some teeth, girl. You can't get away with this shit like you used to.
The dentist, honestly, probably. Back in the day.
Oh, who knows what they did while you were under the knife.
Anthony Fauci went on CNN. Anthony Fauci told kids he went to the North Pole to give Santa the COVID-19 vaccine. And Santa fainted. I'm kidding. But it did happen, though. He goes, I took a trip up there to the North Pole. I went there and I vaccinated Santa Claus myself. I measured his level of immunity and he is good to go.
The only thing that's brought joy to kids this year is a lie.
Well, I mean, that's the only thing that ever brings joy to kids. But also, I mean, I know this was like a sweet... It was like a sweet thing. It's like a nice, it's geared toward kids. It's a good segment. But like CNN, not exactly helping that fake news image. Let me tell you about. Today's top story, Fauci vaccinates Santa.
Okay.
Oh,
okay. Georgia, they had a Santa Claus outside or whatever. 50 people, 50 kids. Went and hugged on him, sat on his lap, whatever the hell, said, I want a truck, a baby, whatever, right? And a baby. So these 50 kids go see Santa, right, whatever. Day after, he has COVID. Day after, he's got COVID.
Okay. I'll tell you what, that's how you know it wasn't the real Santa, because the real Santa was vaccinated by Fauci.
Yeah, so there you go.
Also, can I tell you something? Kind of makes sense, because Fauci, he's got big elf energy. Let me tell you that. He's a little guy. He looks like he lives in a tree, to be honest with you.
He looks like he was in the movie Elf. He does.
Yeah.
Does he have like a wife and kids or whatever?
I haven't spoken to Tony in years, not since college, so I don't know.
I don't know. Did he already get it?
I think he's just immune. He made the virus in a lab in China, so I don't think that he can actually get it.
Okay, all right. So this week we're giving our unpopular opinions about Christmas movies, and I have some that I'm like really heated up about.
Passionate. You're passionate about some of these.
The first thing I want to say is, it is 2020. If you turn on a black and white movie while I am trying to rap, I'm gonna be pissed. Okay.
Pissed.
I do not need to watch 34th Street, Wolf of Miracle on whatever street. What's the movie?
It's a Wonderful Life.
It's a wonder. I don't need to watch that. Okay.
First of all,
I don't care.
It's a Wonderful Life is a 17-hour movie, and for a film that's called It's a Wonderful Life, there is 2 minutes of nice things in that film. I don't know that I've ever seen that all the way through in one sitting. I've definitely been sitting there all the way through, but I was not there. You're seeing a man age in real time. It's the original Boyhood.
Yeah.
You see it, and they don't cut anything out. Nothing was left in the editing room. Let me tell you something.
Watching that movie is the equivalent to when girlfriends are like, you hear me, but are you listening? It's the same thing. Like, I watched it, but I did not see what happened.
Although, it kind of makes sense, because like the title is basically what it's a wonderful life. It's a wonderful life. Yeah, it's a wonderful life.
It's a wonderful life.
Okay, Merry Christmas. Can I say this?
Hallmark
movies give me like a Trumpy vibe. I feel like Hallmark movies are like Trumpy, right?
Yeah.
Right?
100%. 100%. Because, first of all, the plots are so standard into, like, we're in love, there's a problem in our marriage,
right.
Now we're together again. And it's like, that's what drama is to Trump supporters. Like,
it's a very Trumpy in that, like, it's so heterosexual, it's gay, and, like, they're so white. And, like, if you can get one of those scripts, like, the only black character in the film, there's only one, and it's like, Bruce, black, 35. It's like...
Yeah, he, wears J. Crew to blend in and whatever.
To make up for the fact that he's in the movie. Like, it's bad.
The Nightmare Before Christmas is not a Christmas movie. It's not. It is a
I've
Halloween
never seen it.
movie.
Claymation scares me.
Okay, this movie... first of all, you're right. This movie, the people who love it are terrifying. That's the first thing.
You ever meet somebody who just, like, loves Coraline, and you're like, I don't trust you.
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
You are a little spooky.
Yeah, it's like...
I feel like you eat nails.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah, and Nightmare Before Christmas falls into that category of Halloween movies, but they're like, well, it has a Santa, and it's like, yeah, and they're trying to murder him.
Is that the plot?
Yes, they kidnap Santa so that Jack the skeleton can be Santa.
Oh, he wants to be
Because
skeleton
he's like,
Santa?
yeah, the main character's a skeleton and like a puppet.
That's upsetting.
And don't get me wrong, some of the songs fucking slap in it or whatever. And this is coming from someone who hates movies with songs, I think.
What is it? Is that the one? Is that the movie where they're like, "This is Halloween. This is Halloween."
Yeah.
Then don't call it a Christmas movie because you're singing about Halloween.
Yeah, exactly. They don't sing one freaking song about Christmas besides.
This is Christmas Eve. This is Christmas
he's
Eve.
running
You could have done
around.
that.
He literally is running around Christmas World, and he's just like, "What's this? What's this? What's this?" And you're like. A lot of people watch Elf, the movie, and are convinced that Buddy is the hero. Well, I'm here to say absolutely not. The hero of Elf is the manager in Gimbals because he puts up with all of this nonsense. He's trying to meet a quota, okay? He is an American working man. And then all of a sudden, this huge child in an elf suit comes in trying to fuck his best worker, okay? And he's just gotta put up with it.
All he wants is 6-inch ribbon curls. I do love this because I do agree with you. But here's the thing. I will raise you with an even more controversial opinion. I think actually he is the second hero. Second to
Who's the first?
The nun earlier in the movie who says, "The children love the books." You know, remember? But the children love the books. And that's it. That's the last we see of her. Twitter's working on ways to block unwanted dick pics and make your DMs safer. Good on you, Twitter.
Yeah, but
Thank you,
also imagine how many users they're gonna lose.
Yeah. Well, that is the interesting part because there's so many different corners of Twitter that are so... Because, I mean, I think we've been more attuned to, like, the comedy Twitter, which is just, it's exhausting, you know what I mean? Because it's just, like, every comedian doing, like, just, like, bits all day, and it's, like, I feel just, like...
And they copy each other. That's
They
the
do,
weirdest thing.
Shamelessly. It's really bad. There's a creepy place, and there are, like, porn profiles, like, there's not really a lot of rules. Like, you could, like, there are totally, like, every person who has an OnlyFans also has a Twitter where they, like, post, like, teasers of their NERPs.
Yeah.
And here, which is fine, God bless you. But the dick pic part is like Twitter is like the wokest place to the point where it's like, oh my God, we get it.
Yeah.
It's like, why are you sending dick pics on there? Like, go to like there's a Trump app. The problem is those are all ugly people. They're all ugly people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
But you know that Twitter screenshotting exists, and Twitter allows it. If you send a dick pic, it should just be shown.
Over 300 Nigerian schoolboys were rescued, which is great. So, I mean, it's terrible they were caught to begin with, but rescued is always a happy ending. So these, over 300 of them, it was like 340 something, some assholes came out of the woodworks and dragged them through the forest, and like, they didn't have any food and all this stuff, and I'm assuming...
They got kidnapped, 300 kids got kidnapped at once?
Yes. So they all go through the forest, right? And they're all exhausted. They're walking for 2 days straight, yada yada, right? Eventually, they find them and they take them all back. I don't know the punters.
Who is they?
Like the Nigerian police or whatever, investigators.
So were the kidnappers not with them?
It didn't mention that.
Let me tell you something. Did you read this article? How did they get recovered?
Okay, this article was very
Was
important.
someone walking them through the woods
No,
and
no,
then
no.
just decided maybe 300, maybe we bit off more than we could chew here and just let them go?
I think what happened was it's a little hard to hide 342 kids. So they showed up where they were supposed to show up.
Even 200, I think you could do, but 3 plus.
Well, so they were actually saying that this is the biggest group that they tried to capture. I guess last year something they had, they caught a bunch of school girls, and over 100 of them have not yet returned.
Jesus. I mean, here's the thing. Kids get kidnapped 1, maybe 2 at a time.
Yeah.
Not 300.
No, 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 no. No.
That's too many.
No. Well, you kind of
Too many
go.
children.
Well,
Who
and
wants
here's
that
what
many
I'm
kids?
thinking though. Here's what I'm thinking though. I'm thinking of it in a way of, you remember Bug's Life, okay? Remember
Familiar
Bug's
with their
Life?
work, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Wonderful program.
Oh, fantastic. Hopper is pissed because they're like, one ant isn't gonna stand.
Yeah, you were really onto something there with the whole analogy. Kidnap children being ants, kidnappers being grasshoppers. Who's the chubby little caterpillar guy?
Caterpillar?
In this scenario.
I believe. I believe.
America. Hey, what a week. Remember to like and subscribe. Share it online.
A Merry Christmas, a Happy Holiday Season.
Kind regards, best wishes.
Make sure you eat some cookies.